y'all, it's your girl Shayla back with a YouTube tutorial, and today I will be doing a blunt cut or bob cut on my best friend. So first you see me just going in blow drying her hair. I don't super section it. I section it as I go because my best friend hair is really fine. So the blow drying process it doesn't take that long. But once the blow dry is complete, I just section her hair off and we prepare for trim. If you notice, I put a white tail on her. Anytime you trim in dark hair, white really helps you see any breakage or whatever the hair needs to be cut off at. But before I trim or cut anybody's hair, I always ask them like, hey, this is what we can do. This is what you should do. This is what I would recommend. So before I start cutting, you always consult before you cut. That's why people have trauma now from stylists just going in and taking off a lot of hair. So even though it may be the healthier option, it's just not necessarily what they want. So I never do that. But I do just trim off the perimeter of her hair. We try to get everything even before I start styling. And yeah, that's just it. Alright, so now that the trim is done, you see me, I'm basically sectioning out her leave out. We decide what part we're going to leave out. She's going to have a side part. After I section out the leave out, I part the hair into halves. And then I go in with my Ampro styling gel. I just put a little bit around it at first, just, to lay it down while I braid it. I always do French braids. French braids is the flattest braids ever. I don't do regular braids because they be humpy and lumpy. And we don't do no lumpy weaves of no sort. So yeah, I braid down one side. Then I go and braid down the other side. After that, I just pin it up, put the stocking cap on as tight as possible. Y'all, these stocking caps be tight, okay? And then I take my weave Wonder Wrap, and I just go around the head. Some people use like the paper underneath. A lot of people don't like the paper underneath. I guess the sound when they're trying to scratch their head. So I just go in with the weave and Wonder Wrap. After I get it all over, I spray it with some freeze spray, and then I let her sit under the dryer. So this is how she, this is how she look fresh out the dryer. And I know this stuff look like it might be hard to come off, but it's really not. Literally, all you got to do is wash it. You could wash it with the tracks, and you could take your tracks out, wash it, whatever. It comes right out. So, y'all, I don't know what we be talking about, but we always be talking. And Amina going to show it. So I just glue the tracks in around her head. As I get to the front, I always bring them forward. I'm sorry that my angles be so bad because I be trying to talk to her, do the hair, peep at the camera, but it be a lot going on. But right here you can see me angling the tracks forward to the front of her head, and that just make it lay in your face. So now we on to the cutting. And I'm going to show y'all me cutting in real time. I'm not going to talk too much through the cutting because it's kind of self-explanatory. You basically just, it's self-explanatory. You just cut your hair, find the section you want to start at, and you cut a little decent amount. Then you just bring pieces back towards that section, and you just cut as straight as possible. All the way around the head. You keep going all the way around the head. You don't want to lose your guide. That's what keeps your cut straight and neat. The only thing I would say, if you notice, I'm kind of using my hand to cut it. You really don't want to do that. You want to kind of just take the scissors and cut, because when you use your hands and you pull it towards you, you kind of mess up. It's like you extending the elevation of the hair, so when you lay it back down, it might be slightly longer, but I know how to go in and fix that. But if you're a beginner, you might not want to do that. You might just want to cut where it fall. And it makes it a lot easier. But I'm going to just let y'all go ahead and watch because I feel like I've been talking this whole time. Okay, so once I'm done cutting with my shears, I go in with my clippers for just to get a really precise, even cutting line. So what I typically do is I just take them, very slowly. That's why I film me cutting in real time, because you really got to take your time. So first thing I do, I just take them around, I guess, the perimeter of her head, just nip off any little inconsistencies all the way around. And then I have her bend her head like all the way down as far as she can. So that helps with the neckline. Also, another thing, my camera had stopped recording 30 minutes in. But another thing that you want to do is I take a razor and I really just comb through the bulb with the razor, because it helps take some of the weight off the bulb so it doesn't look thick and bulky. And then I also just take my scissors right across her neckline. When you take your scissors right across the neckline, you got to be really careful because cutting shears are really sharp. But you take it right across the neckline and it helps your neckline stay really, really straight. Alright, y'all, so now y'all see the cut. That's after some of the weight was taken off. You see it's nice and straight and fluffy and it's ready to be styled. So now I'm going to take my comb and part out her, I want her part, and lay her hair. And then I'm just going, press my leave out. I always spray the hair with heat protectant. Healthy hair is most important. After that, I take my edge wax stick just for the roots. So I place it at the roots, comb it in a little, and then I just press it. But you gonna see. So here's the look. Everything pressed out. Her real hair is pressed out. Yeah, I did have to trim a little bit of her hair off at the ends of the bob because her hair was slightly longer than the bob. But you see me just taking some edge control, touching up her edges, combing that in. I could not find my edge brush. Like, I have two, and I could not find them. I have no idea where they at, so I had to use that comb. So lay her head down. I personally don't like too much edge control. Like, I know some people like a lot of edges. I like them, but certain looks, like, I think some looks should look natural. Oh, that's me taking my finishing spray. I'm using the Kimra finishing spray, holding spray, comb it through. It just helped the hair lay down. But y'all know, whenever you do a quick weave, that fresh hair, you always see it. So like day 2, after you wrap your hair and stuff, sleep on it, it start to blend in a little better. But yeah, I don't really like big edges. I like more of a natural look when it comes to like glue-ins and quick weaves and stuff like that. So I didn't overdo it with the edge control, but she doesn't like when I overdo it with the edge control anyway, because she don't know how to do her edges, y'all. So she'd be looking crazy the next day. Do y'all see that? Stiff wear. Hold up. Stiff wear. So, when you take the razor and you take some, look at that. So, when you take the razor and you take some of the weight off, it helps it flow. But that's it. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.